Playoffs officially start tonight, baby. Orlando, Cleveland, just as every single basketball had won it. The first matchup of the day. It starts at 7 p.m. here, which is in 2 hours, quite literally, which is kind of crazy, but it is very much the truth. And I'm excited to watch it. But before that, let's talk about these playing games that were tonight. The Bulls got destroyed by the Miami Heat. Jaime Jaquez was sensational. Tyler Hero was sensational. Bam did his thing in an all-around game. And Miami just, had a lot of players do the right things defensively. When you think about it, the Bulls were not able to get anything in the paint, which, I mean, against the Hawks, obviously the Hawks defense is really bad, so it's hard to compare. But the Bulls were unable to get anything pretty much inside the paint, which led to a lot of tough shots, whether that was from the perimeter, from the mid range. And I thought they were pretty flustered by it. They were just not able to get into any rhythm. It was only DeMar in some type of rhythm. Javante Green was really great off the bench, but he played just 17 minutes. And Nikola Vucevic had his moments, but he was not dominant enough where it would have mattered against these Heat enough, and the guards were pretty much non-existent. Kobe White and Ayo Dosunmu were shut down by this Heat defense, which gave them pretty much no space to breathe. And just like that, the Bulls are out, which makes sense. Are there changes coming finally? I don't think so, because that's what the Bulls do, right? But it is what it is, I suppose. Tough injuries this season for the Bulls. And another weird year for them. That's pretty much all there is to it. And they were also just not able to hit down all wide open shots. Torrey Craig had uh, he was 2 of 5 from the 3 point line, but all 5 of them were wide open. And the 3 of them he needed to hit with some momentums. He couldn't. Kobe White was 2 of 8. Ayo was 2 of 11. A lot of those were wide open shots. And I mean, like I said, they weren't able to create at all. And they were getting punked on the boards also. And it led to all kinds of things. The Heat, did help them by turning the ball over a little too much in the second quarter to make this a little closer. But the offense of the Bulls just never got going, and they looked clueless out there. It's just like when I'm out there outside playing, and that one guy outside in the park comes, and he's a hooper. He's an actual hooper. He's not just a casual hooper, and he actually played for professionally, or played for a long time, and he just hoop in your ass, and you're trying to figure out how the hell should you attack him. Or it's just like in MLB The Show when you play against a great hitter. Uh, you're trying to throw them strikes, trying to throw them unconventional pitches, but it does not matter. Once you throw them one bad fastball, even if it's 100 miles per hour, they're gonna hit it out the park. And the Bulls were just not able to adjust anything. The pick and rolls were not working. The pick and pops were not efficient enough, especially with Vucevic, who is just not a good catch and shoot shooter, considering he's supposed to be a floor spacer. Uh, and that led to obviously packing the paint up even more, which led to harder shots for DeMar, Kobe, and Ayo Dosunmu, and nobody else could really do anything about it, right? Andre Drummond was in there for a bit to match up with the size. He was not able to finish inside, and took some bad shots in those 7 minutes. So, yeah, the Bulls are tough, but the Heat, yeah, I mean, shouldn't have doubted the Heat that they were gonna win this one without Jimmy, right? That's one of those Heat games that they're just gonna win, and they were able to do it even with Bam 13-4-4, right? Like, he was really solid, and he had a huge impact on the game overall. Inside the paint, his presence was great, but the stat line doesn't pop, right? Jaime Jaquez was sensational early on. He was able to get whatever he wanted inside the paint, hit an early 3 pointer, which really helped. They were moving the ball really well. Tyler Hero was much more in control tonight, took just 17 shots, very efficient, and did a little bit of everything. He needs to cut down those turnovers, but I mean, that comes with the territory of a primary ball handler, right? Right? And the bench was able to hit some timely shots, whether it was Kevin Love getting to the free throw line 10 times. Haywood Highsmith made some timely plays. Duncan Robinson had timely 3 pointers. And that's just what the Heat do at the end of the day, I suppose. Now, you wonder when Terry Rozier is going to come back. I've not seen anything on his status heading into this Boston series. And Jimmy Butler is unlikely to come back. So um, yeah, I think Boston's gonna win this series in 5. But I wouldn't be surprised if Miami, if Caleb Martin had a flashback series or something, and they were able to make this way tougher than it should be for the Celtics. But I just think the Celtics have too much of a well-rounded team to fall to Miami this time, or to have this be a stressful series for them. It obviously could turn into a stressful series, but I just don't see it happening this time. Um, I just think that they have better defense, uh, and they have all around just too much for this Heat team. Even though they will come with a good strategy defensively, I know they will bother them defensively enough, but I just don't think, overall they have enough. Even if they were healthy, I would have picked the Celtics this time. Even though, obviously, if they were healthy, this would be a really tough first round series for a number one seed. But yeah, I'm excited for the playoffs. Not as excited as I would be if the Warriors were there. And I've been enjoying baseball's regular season a lot. So um, yeah, this season I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it enough, but I don't know, man. The Warriors were maybe a little too depressing this year for me to be as excited. But I mean, the playoffs will hopefully, where I can go agenda free and just enjoy the playoff balls, and without stressing about the Warriors. Maybe I'll enjoy the playoffs more this year. We'll see. Anyway, thank you all for listening, watching. I'll be talking about all the playoff games here. If you want it, if you don't, that's also fine. As always, be kind to yourself and to others. And I'll catch you all wherever, maybe.